Okay, so the way I wanted to do this, so that we could avoid unnecessary clutter, there are some moves that are not here, like especially ones that share the same animation with others. Though there are others, like the most infamous, I think, like the 2A and like
Yeah,
the
I
lookalikes.
assume
But
2As.
like I did want to make a distinction between some regular attacks and their dashes, because I do think like they either function differently or like maybe one is considerably better than the other. I don't know.
You could have probably just written the move names right above the hitboxes.
Oh, I could have that on everyone. Oh, that's too much.
Well, at least at the
effort.
ones with like duplicate.
Yeah, I probably should have, but
yeah.
it's fine. Like if anyone watches this and they understand the reasoning, it's fine. So for the moves, we have 5A, 5B, dashing 5B, 2A, 2B, dashing 2B, 2C, and dashing 2C, 5C. This is not dashing 5C. This is 6C.
6B. Yeah.
I mean, it's technically a move. I almost never use it, but
technically a move.
yeah. So
Well,
yeah.
Which one?
6C, like the command normal.
6C.
It's a move that
one
exists.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. You used that move by accident when
Yeah.
you try to grab.
Yeah. Then this is JB. I didn't even include JA because there's no reason to use it. JC, and then this is 236S, and that's all of the standoff moves. And then for stand-on, we have 5A, 5B, and dashing 5B, 5C, and dashing 5C. I think this has a very niche application, but I guess we'll get to that. 2A, 2B, 2C, dashing 2C. This is 6A,
6A,
6B. This is the launcher, the uncheckable launcher.
Okay.
This is the only chain normal that I included because like stuff like chain 5A or chain 5B is relevant, but I think this one is definitely a big one. So yeah. Then JB, well, stand on JB and JC, and this is the first Rekka, second Rekka, third Rekka, like Rekka A, Rekka V, Rekka C. This is DP, counter. These are both Gore cancels, and then the supers.
Okay.
Also, is this like SA, all of that? Is it compared to like the game overall or only to Chaka?
No, I would. Good question. I was thinking. Obviously, it's going to depend. Like, it's going to vary on matchup. I was just thinking, like overall, like the best and worst moves that Chaka has, not relative to the game, but relative to like himself. Like for instance, like JC is going to be obviously like top tier stuff like that.
Yeah. I was wondering that because if we compare them to like every move in the game, then yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a little bit too much for this.
Yeah.
So okay, so we can begin with 5A, I guess. I would say this is a solid B tier.
B.
Absolutely.
This is a BS move.
Like,
I like A tier in this fucking thing.
Like just the health smack.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Deka might love this move more than us, but I think this is a B tier.
I would say it's B. Like it has decent reach, but it's not the fastest. I mean, I would compare. Like, I feel like for this one specifically, we should probably compare it to like all the other light jabs in the game. This one is like pretty average. I would say.
Yeah, it's B. Like a definition of B.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's average. It's a good move, and you will use it, but it's not like astounding move either. Then we have 5B. I think 5B is also B tier. Dashing 5B, I think, is the good one. But I think
dashing 5B or dashing B in this case would be A, but normal. Because obviously using it like the resets and everything because it's very active.
And it's still a good like poke. Like it can still be used to stop like search on approach. Like it's still relatively disjointed. I
would actually say
when you
really on the.
I think it's okay, but when you compare it to Dash 5B, that it kind of falls out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would even put Dash 5B to S.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a So I think for sure 5B and dashing 5B are on different tiers. I just think like the talk is about which tier. Potato says S and A.
I don't think it's that good, honestly.
Dashing.
No, dashing 5B
is
good, very good.
Oh,
yeah.
It's mad good. It's good as fuck.
Oh,
I don't think it's S.
I think yeah. I do think it. I think the dicing is A. I think the regular is B.
I think
Okay,
it can
yeah,
be
fair enough.
high B. I'm perfectly
Yeah,
fine with that.
it's a
But,
better B than 5A though. I'm not sure how much I do want to keep the tiers themselves order, but we can order these at least.
We
And
can
this
always
goes
change
to
it.
I just
I
really like
hate
this move
ordering. I
because
hate the order between tiers.
A. You like this
Yeah.
move?
like inside of a tier.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
hate that.
like I mean, if it's easy to order, like for instance, I do think like 5B is better than 5A. So no.
I also
Yeah, I
think
guess.
And why did
5B
Yeah.
has this advantage over all the moves that Chaka has because it just pushes him back and
Why-
it
why
like
is 5B
stretches
good?
out forward. He can use this move to just get so much out of it. Like out of people will like just lose in a trade situation just because Chaka leans back.
that is also
It's
I
very
think
good.
we need to keep in mind that if we're judging this purely on neutral or its usefulness inside combos as well,
I think we can. I think we
because
can.
obviously it's like it's essential for resets.
That is true.
Yeah.
Am I being gaslight into putting 5B in A and dicing 5B in S tier?
I would honestly do that. Because-
I'm not super sure like how do we want to consider usefulness in combos, because we'll get to that towards the end, but like for the Rekkas, like the Rekkas are obviously like in like
Combo tool, yeah.
and they are like so intrinsic to Chaka, but as a whole, like as a standalone moves, they are not that good. They're pretty bad. Like they are a very good
Yeah,
combo
sure.
extension. So
Mhm.
I'm just not sure like how much. I don't think this is like just neutral based, but on some moves, I guess we can use the like the combo distinction. I'm happy with putting these in A and B respectively though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
2A. I would also say the 2A. I would be able to lean more towards A tier, but I can see it as a B tier as well.
I'm a hater for 2A. Put that bitch in B.
2A, 8 active frames, one of the meatiest lows in the game, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Nope, hater status unquestioned. I hate
You
how
need it.
short range that fucking thing is. I
Yeah.
only ever use it for linking into 5B, and I don't even do that. Ever.
Or you can use it as a on unblockable resets as well to meaty, because if you meaty, the link to stand on 5A is super easy, and you can get,
Actually,
like, all the
I do
routes.
use it for something else. I do it when I'm being super annoying and I'm jumping in a million times and I'm doing a bunch of moves that don't combo into each other. It's a fucking filler ass spam fucking move.
Easiest S tier of my life.
Nope.
So what do we think then? B tier?
Yeah.
B.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Then this is 2B. It's
that
You need it
shit's.
for
I
the
think
combo.
that shit's so good. To be so good.
I think
I
this
love
is
this fucking move.
I do love it as well, but I would say A tier maybe, but I think it's one of the biggest like matchup dependent moves that he has. Like on
Yeah.
some matchups, it's way better than on other matchups.
I would honestly use 5B over this move if I could.
I think A
In
tier.
concentration.
I'm very strict about what goes in S tier. I can only think of like a few moves that go.
Yeah,
in.
no, I already have the S tiers in mind
Yeah.
as well,
Right,
and I think dashing 2B I think is better than 2B, but I think I would still put it in A tier. I don't think this goes
Yeah,
in S
fair
tier yet.
Okay, can we make a distinction? Because if someone sees his tier list, they're gonna see the same move 3 times
Yeah.
in the table.
Yeah, I said it.
I'll
So
say
you should put something to at least make a distinction.
what-
Because right now, I like I stopped paying attention for a second. I don't know which one it is. Like,
yeah.
It's the funny B moves.
Yeah, how do we do this then? How do I how,
When
how,
you-
how
put like
do I
when you,
a
uh,
letter. Put like a
when you-
letter in the
When
image.
you
or something.
export it as an image, you can draw over it and say. This
Yeah.
is
Oh,
what
yeah,
it
that's
should
fair
be.
enough.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess
I remember when Bass did the tier list for CVS2, you put like a tiny letter for the groups and stuff. We'll just do that for like Dash.
yeah, I think I'm going to do that, but the problem with this like the tier maker is that I don't think I can edit the template. I think if I want to change the images, I need to like nuke the template.
No,
and then
just
I-
like
No,
edit the image when it's like done.
Yeah, open that bitch in Paint.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh wait, right now you mean or what?
No.
No, when we're done.
we
When we're done.
Oh,
When we finish, you just
right.
like export it as a
yeah,
PNG. And
yeah,
then
yeah,
edit that.
like in post production, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just so because Pablo wasn't paying attention, this is 5B, dashing 5B. Oh shit! No, this is 2A, and then 2B and dashing 2B.
We have all the B moves except for regular 5B in A tier.
Yeah, I think those three were the most egregious of the like duplicates, but there are a couple still.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have 2C. I think 2C is a C tier.
Yeah.
Is it?
I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah, yeah. Actually, compared to like Dash, yeah,
Yeah,
I like it for antiers, but
it's not very useful.
the amount of time
Very-
that shit trades is
Yeah,
yeah. I think
it's
it's
very specific. You will only use this in very specific situations.
think
At
it's-
least it's safe, which is good.
not something. I think this is good against. Like I think in the mirror, this is a good move because I think it catches like Chaka's own hyper hops decently well. And I think if you want to anti-air with this move, I think it's not exclusively, but it works best on like really active moves. Think like like Paul JB or B Paul JB, stuff like that. Like moves that
I
are
feel
good-
like
or do you think this
Yeah,
loses? Oh, I was gonna say like
I think for all for a lot of like situations you just wanna use the dashing version anyway.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think do we
Well,
think
the
the
dashing
dashing
version
is
isn't plus sunblock.
and it's
It is still. It is still.
it's a combo starter
Well,
as
yeah,
well.
but it's only +1 instead of +3.
Yeah.
It's
So you
a
can't link into
it's a
it.
niche combo starter. I don't think it's almost ever going to come up, but it can be. Actually, wait, this is the combo that enabled the SQ like the move that enabled the SQ combo, right? Like after the JB
Yeah.
stand cries, the follow-up was this. Yeah, so
I
that's
think
it.
so, yeah.
I'm thinking
SQ
I'm
combo.
honestly I don't have a super strong opinions. I'm thinking either low B or high C.
Low B, like you
I
can
really
do dash back into this move for an anti if you see like someone
True.
at some funny angles. Like it has uses. It has more uses than
Yeah.
just the
It's just much easier to like air than to anti-air with Chaka.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, in fact, like JC is probably one of his best.
JC is gonna be the
anti-air.
S tier
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, 5C and dashing 5C. I want to sorry, 5C and 6C. I want to say this in C and this in D, honestly.
Holistic C, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Like-
you're not gonna use those. You're gonna get those by
Why-
accident.
Like I think 5C sometimes you may want to use it, sometimes, but 6C you never do it on purpose.
Like 5C you might use after a guard cancel if you're just trying to, if you're not good enough to do like S6B, S5B. right
Okay,
after
yeah,
guard
it is
cancel.
actually in the first Guard Cancel combo
Honestly, I think it's
made.
harder to link 5C than S plus 5B.
I don't know, I just remember that I
Right.
used 5C as the conversion on the first Guard Cancel video, which I then
Yeah.
updated to the much better.
This
standard 5B.
is a move that you will use from time to time when trying to whiff punish someone while in stand up while you don't really have like any moves that can really
Isn't
range
the
this
range
move.
on like
I would
5B?
say dashing
6B?
5B is going to be your whiff
Yeah.
punish anyway. in that
Yeah, then
regard.
yeah. I mean, we can probably like say that 5C dash 5C pretty much like
Yeah.
sort of similar rule.
Yeah.
It's just that 6C in particular sucks
Yeah,
as
6C
because it has
would
a
be
medium
before
startup.
Honestly, I'm just thinking about putting this in D
there's
tier as well.
a-
I'm thinking
There's
about
a
this.
thing that I like saying about moves sometimes. So some moves you see them in a game, they're trailer moves. They're not really moves that are actually used, or like you could have trailer combos or trailer moves or whatever. You would see them in a trailer,
Bro.
and
Oh, that's so
I
true.
I feel like 6C, like dashing fucking 5C, 6C or whatever is like, I don't know, it just has a certain thing to it where you see it in a trailer and it's like, wow, look at that. He can do that in like 236S. Dude, mid pressure, dude. But like, who's it? No, you don't actually do it. It's a trailer move.
Yeah, I think I honestly you'll convince me to stick with both in D tier.
I don't know about D tier. 5C can go.
Out, but
Yeah, put it in
like
CC.
5C, yeah, it has its uses really.
Okay, I think we're being way too generous, but okay. Next, okay, if this was JA, it would be like unused tier, like trailer
Yeah,
move.
it's
But
JB, right?
JB,
You need it.
I'm
for
not
the LSE
sure
matchup.
whether or like A or B, honestly. I think this is a really good move.
I would even say S. It's wild. Like the angle of
this
this
is,
kick, it's
this
such a
is
good
not
jump
JB,
in.
This is
Yeah.
JB.
This is JB, yeah.
JB.
JA is not even here because it
that's
was.
a S tier move.
Oh,
S tier move,
Okay.
absolutely.
That move is fucking godlike. It's so
It's-
good.
It's essential. It's really essential. Like this, I think both like Chaka just has amazing jumping attacks.
That is
Chaka.
true.
Yeah.
JC is an S tier move.
I was
for
just
sure.
considering. I do think JC is still like considerably better than JB. That's why I was not
Yeah.
sure if. So what do we still like? Do we go with the bullshit S plus nonsense, or do we just like put
No.
both in S tier?
No,
Just
I'm fine
put it
with
like
these.
high
Yeah, they're
I'm
both
fine
in
with
S.
these.
Yeah,
I'm fine with these two occupying the same tier. I can only
I
think of
have
like a couple
one
things that are going to be in
entire
it.
mattress
Yeah.
doing nothing but JC.
wins games.
It's one of the best like air-to-air moves in the game.
That
also the next one,
which was one of the
236
Jeopardy
S.
questions.
That's also good in S tier.
Yeah.
Sorry?
236S.
Oh
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
next one.
This is like easy,
Oh, yeah.
easy
Oh,
S tier as
yeah,
well.
absolutely.
It has the poke.
The poke. This is the poke.
Yeah, it's the poke.
They-
There is just one
I'm
thing.
trying to get what's his name, the guy who's doing on the hack mod. I'm trying to get him
Arnon?
to.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
would you? Yeah, Arma. Yeah, it's like, hey, would you let me special cancel out of 236S so I
It's
can
pretty
cut-
crazy.
Oh,
to
I
think
think-
about.
I don't think that's even the craziest thing you asked. You also asked him if he could make JC wall bounce.
No, I did. It was kind of lame actually.
Yeah, but
I thought it was
the
a
cost-
joke. Went into the JC.
But yeah, but
Wall
imagine if you could actually like go into Rekkas directly from 236S.
Probably cool.
Yeah, going into Rekka from 6S would be okay, but the problem is that it will probably miss.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
actually,
Well, I mean,
yeah, because
if
no,
you
but if
stay-
you use it as a poke, it will probably miss. That is true.
Yeah.
would
Yeah,
you
so,
actually like Rekka C
236S
travels
into
really
custom
far,
combo, that's
but
more-
maybe it wouldn't
that's more
combo
viable.
then.
If you're trying to do like dashing 5B into 236S into Rekkas, that's okay.
Yeah,
but
that's
other
fine.
than that, I don't see many uses for that.
That would still be a big use. Like you would get meaningful meterless conversions out of your like standoff normals. That's cool. But that's
Chaka theory crafting.
yeah,
how to make
yeah.
the character
This-
better.
this-
Oh, yeah, like we're getting like a million more stand crash setups.
Yeah, that is also true. Anyway, yeah, let's
yeah.
move on before we derail too much. 5A,
Yeah.
I would say this is an A tier, honestly.
It's a mid move.
Either A or B, honestly, but I think this is a good move. It could be
Put it in
better.
B.
I have no idea
It's
how much
okay.
it
No,
is.
it's just okay. I think you wouldn't use it that much in neutral.
I don't know.
It's
You
mainly
can
combo fill.
yeah,
exactly.
you can pressure with it, but if you would probably still just do stand on 2A for that.
You'd rather do something else.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
You'll get card cancelled for it a lot, I feel.
Well, if you mash it a lot, sure, yeah.
Of course.
I mean, at least it's a good move if you're not if you do it raw, but if you do instead of doing 5A, you do S4 ABC at the same time.
Oh,
If you do the option
for
select,
the
it's
option
really good.
select.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I see.
a decent move to come out of the option select, I guess.
It has a funny hitbox. Funny hurtbox rather.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm not sure at which point I died. I was on 5B and the dice 5B.
Yeah.
And I was saying that I do think both of them are at least A tier. I'm just not sure if I would push the dicing 5B to S tier. Probably not, but I do think it's better
No.
than
I
standing
would
5B for sure.
I would even put like standing B in like B tier
Oh,
and then
really?
dashing on A.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would say that
Oh, maybe I'm
because
just really
the frame
biased
data is
here.
not good enough to be in A tier with the standing version. I think.
I'll do the opposite actually, because if you don't cancel anything into anything, dash 5B is actually punishable. I think. Don't
So-
remember.
So you would say that it's not an A tier move either?
No, I mean I think they're both fine in A tier, like it's literally one of his better pokes,
It's
in my
like bottom
opinion.
of A tier.
I think
just- yeah.
we can move one to B tier if like like the democracy tells so. But I'm happy with both of them in A tier. Just like dashing 5 is definitely better.
We can shift
than-
them around once we've gotten everything.
Yeah,
Like all of them, right?
yeah. We can stay right here, and maybe as we keep putting moves in A tier, we see okay, maybe stand on 5 doesn't quite cut it. Okay, so next stand on 5C and dashing 5C. I think stand on 5C is probably B tier.
Yeah, but dashing, I think, is like top of A. I love that fucking
Ooh.
move. That move is
Me
awesome.
too.
Okay,
Yeah, I did as
I
well.
would like the move if it didn't miss the second hit so
on the
often.
skinny.
That's true.
I know. I
True.
do fucking hate that. Oh, I hate
That
that
is
so
very
much.
true, but I love the move so much that I would do it like all the fucking time. I know I know against Abdul it whiffs the second hit a
Yeah.
lot.
Man, that shit whips constantly. It's infuriating. I hate
Against
it.
Pet Shop, it never even
also against
hits.
like ice, it does that.
Yeah,
I
you're
would
right. You're right. I
say-
can say so.
But
I would
It's still
say
okay
if
to
the
still
second
God, like,
hit
it's still awesome,
didn't
and I still
whiff.
spam that shit.
It's weird because like sometimes the second hit does hit, but it takes longer. So you get like fucked up and you do the tandem, the custom combo before you need to, and it doesn't link.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
really
You know what I
awkward.
mean? Like
Yeah,
you
it has-
do
I
it
think
too
it has-
early
I think
before
it-
it hits the second hit.
I think it has happened to all of
But
us.
absolutely great stand crash tool though. It does so
Yeah,
much.
It's very good.
absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
it's really good. It's a
You
really good.
get you get a very easy stand crush combo out of this.
Yeah.
If you do it from after jumping.
Yeah,
So only problem with this move is that second hit whiffs a lot.
Yeah.
If not for that, then I would say this would probably be an S tier move.
I just really like this move because this is the only reason we actually get like a meterless stand crash against medium gauges. So that's
I
great.
guess, yeah.
And actually this is I'm mainly thinking about the Dio matchup because like the usual reset routes are a bit more awkward because you cannot Michi his landing with like 5B or whatever, and you can still get a lot of damage with a meterless stand crash. And generally, it's a really good move. I just wasn't sure of the putting like at the very top of A tier, but man, you guys really like this move.
I love that thing.
Yeah,
I do it all the time, even if it kills me.
I don't know what it is about that move. Normally, I have shit reactions, but it turns me into a confirmed beast. I'll be going into super off of one hit of
the
dashing
move
5C.
carries.
And I personally prefer dashing 5B because it tends to hit air opponents more or catches them if they're jumping.
That's true, but you
Yeah,
still
S5A
it's
is
just
still, sorry, S5C, S66C is much better. It's still pretty good.
I mean, like,
That's my personal
I
preference.
would just use them differently. Like, I wouldn't use. I mean, Dash 5C, I think, is just a pressure tree if you actually cut them on the ground or something else. Then you can probably just roll out this boy and hit them with something funny. And then confirm into Rekka, and oh no, you confirmed why the opponent blocked the dashing, we were dead now. But yeah,
I think this is fine in A tier. We have a stand on 2A
It's an
next.
A-tier move.
A tier?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like this move. But
I'd really like that move a
Okay.
whole lot.
The disjoint.
I was considering if dashing 2A was worth including a stand-on dashing 2A. I don't
It's
think
a good starter. It's a good
I
for
don't-
like and also for Oki mix-ups, like high-low mix-ups. It's
I
really
use
good.
dashing for-
Two A is essential for that.
Oh, 2A. I thought you were talking about dashing 2A.
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Dashing
Yeah,
2A?
like I was just I brought it up because I wasn't sure if to actually whether or not to actually include stand-on dashing 2A. I don't
I
think
don't
it's
really use it that much.
Yeah.
I personally use it
to
from
meet in
time to
landing
time.
and be able to combo.
I use it for like tick throws, but that's it.
I just use it as a poke from time to time. Like, just approach it because it doesn't have the worst frame data. And it
Mm.
actually has pretty decent. Like, I use this move. I wouldn't say frequently, but I do use it. I think
Yeah.
it has uses, but it's like pretty much comparable with.
Yeah, I don't think.
Just
Yeah, I think
stand 2A.
it's fine to just
Yeah.
have like stand-on 2A. Okay, next we have
That's-
Chaka's best move.
Yes,
Combo
absolutely.
Yeah, easy top S tier. Yeah, no, this move is
Nobody-
sucks.
Nobody uses that move for anything. I
Yeah.
have no
Well,
idea what's in the game.
I had
Except
once-
for
I
Iggy
know
and Devo,
I-
etc. But
I thought to use this move for something. Like, there was some quality it had that made me want to start using it more. It was
Did
in
it
like
work?
it was in like no, well no, because I didn't remember. It was like something for unblockable resets, but I can't recall.
so
No, it's shit though. Fuck that thing.
and
But,
like,
it's
it
not worth
has, okay, so it has a one saving grace against the manlet characters. At least this allows you to go for like the chain, so like stand on 2A, 2B, 2C, like Iggy, like stand off Iggy, crouching Devo, etc.
Yeah, but if you could just do 2A, 2A, 2C, you would
Yeah.
do that instead.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
If that actually linked, you would just use that.
Yeah,
but-
it does, I definitely D tier, but in those matchups, it would probably be C tier at least, just so it actually let you do something.
Speaking of, here's 2C.
This is really just a combo ender for one of his strings, and that kind of
Yeah,
counts as a
and
separate move
yeah, like one
entirely.
of the
not even
worst
this,
combo
because
enders.
Yeah, I mean, on its own, stand to be is like poverty low. That is it even a low? Is it a mid? I don't remember.
It
Don't
is a
care. It's bad.
low. I think it's a low, but
Yeah, it should be low.
nobody cares about this move. I have no respect for it either. So
Yeah,
yeah.
literally just combo feel.
I mean, well, actually, wait, hold on. Like, isn't 2B the one, like, the main reason why we even have stand on 5A, 5B, 5C Rekka? Right? Because you're blinking stand
Yes,
on
that's
2B.
right. It's
See, S tier. Like,
I mean, wait,
no,
go
it's
back,
because
go
of a
back.
technical glitch. So when you do 5C into Rekka, it's not actually doing 5CB Rekka. It's actually doing 5C.
I'll correct you, sir. I'll
2B
correct you,
and
sir.
2B
Actually.
into Rekka.
Actually, it's not this move. This, if you cancel into this move, you're fucked.
Oh, it's the chain. It's the chain one. It's a different property, is what you're saying.
No. If you cancel into 2B, you're fucked. This is not cancelable. The launcher is cancelable.
Oh,
You
we're
cancel into
canceling
the
the
launcher.
launcher.
It's your width.
It's the launcher. If you
Right.
cancel into this by accident, this will actually over prioritize. You don't want to do this.
Okay.
You want to do 5B.
Right, so the
Yeah.
actual Kara cancel is the launcher, just the launcher.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this stays at bottom D tier then.
Yeah, fuck this move.
Okay. Now I really like this next one. Honestly, not sure how much of a hot take. I would put this in S tier, and this
Yes.
in A
Okay,
tier.
I'm putting it.
Standing?
No. That goes on B. That goes on B.
Both go down by 1, I think.
Not
That goes
sure.
standing on B and dashing on S.
I just
I have a toxic relationship with dash sweep. There's like nothing you can do out of it that makes it good.
Super.
It
Actually-
is good.
Super.
Yeah, it's super. Yeah,
You can do
But there's
if you don't have
nothing you
meter,
can do
6 to
that
3.
makes it like not unsafe. It's always unsafe. You're not
It's
going
always
to be doing a
You can
thing
parry.
that
You can parry.
yeah, the Deka
That's
On
special.
hard knockdown, you can
That's-
pressure with
Okay, so
Rakas.
the thing,
Oh.
the thing why I think stand on 2C is S tier is very specific is because on Chaka's, the majority of Chaka's most problematic matchups, a lot of the time you struggle to do damage. And a lot of times, if you have meter, you can just do like dicing stand on 2C into super. It catches people up so many times. And if you still have more meter, if you want to be fancy, you can combo into the
Double
second
super, yeah.
super. But
Actually,
Oh,
you
like,
guys are forgetting about the S plus move that is 6 to 3A.
yeah, no, yeah, but I mean,
Nope.
I know, I
Because
I,
I
know.
actually
confirmed
didn't.
it.
I didn't forget. I
As much
just
as I
didn't.
love
I did not think it was worthy of bringing up.
It's
Mhm.
definitely
I-
I
I
love
think
the
it-
dashing sweep. It
I
cannot be
cannot-
that high.
There's no way it can be that a move that has nothing.
The
It's
problem is
punishable. You
that they're
can't do anything. If they block it, you get punished. Like it's always.
Okay, that's the thing
You-
with a
you
lot of
hate for
Chaka
them to
moves,
block
though.
it.
Like a lot of Chaka moves,
But
if they block,
that
you're
is not
unsafe.
the case with any of the S tiers. All the S tier moves, I think, are just godlike.
No,
True,
Yeah, I would put dashing sweep in A and like regular sweep in B. Not
Yes.
for those reasons, but mainly because this first the startup speed is really slow, and that hurt box is very problematic because you just get hit out of it so much, or you get grabbed out of it a ton.
Okay, yeah, that has happened. Yeah.
That's true. But I would say this is also a move that goes under a lot of things.
Yeah, okay,
it
so-
goes under
Yeah.
so much
I can
stuff.
definitely agree. Regular
Because,
stand on 2C in B tier, but
You know that this is not the actual hurt box. The hurt box is much lower when before the move
Yeah,
comes out.
yeah,
it's
it's
actually
lower.
very tiny.
this is just like what
I
was in the wiki,
I
like
get
the
so mad.
easily
I
accessible.
try to use this move in like the NCAC matchup, and it goes under NCAC's S6B, but they have a net.
But the NCAC matchup is cancer overall. You know, right?
One
Yeah,
thing
and there's gonna be a net waiting for you, ready to kill you.
But you need this move because otherwise you can't be like the Young Joseph matchup. Not that you need to
Just
try to-
Kara
You
cancel
need this
it.
for like Young Joseph. You need it to be.
How many projectiles are in this game? Very few. If you think about it.
It's good
but you
against
use it to be
Abdul as
Oingo.
well. Like it can work against Abdul if he wants to just throw.
I know,
projectiles
like
without
I guess
thinking.
to close
Yeah, but-
distance, you know, when you're
Abdul just
far
does
from a
two,
lefty and you just do the gun.
Abdul just does Onk 2C.
Yeah, he just goes and you click
That's
X.
all the projectiles they need.
So
I personally use this move a lot, and I do prefer the dashing version because it's,
no, yeah, like
it catches people by surprise
yeah,
so often. Like
yeah, for
the
sure.
regular version, mostly just a combo ender.
Yeah,
And it's a decent combo ender because on standard characters, hard knockdown.
and it
Against
gives good
standard
ulti as
characters, you
well.
still get a juggle
Yeah,
if
and
it hits. On
I
block,
also use
it's
it.
minus,
Uh-huh.
but you can react with a special move.
yeah,
in
you can.
case and the opponent presses a button.
Yeah,
You still have Rekka.
every single
can
fucking
react with counter.
What special move are you gonna be reacting with that gives you advantage?
parry. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Nope.
it's not that
No.
Try again.
you need. It's not that. Okay, guys. It's not that you need to like. It's if opponent likes to press buttons, you can follow up with Rekka, and yeah, if Rekka gets blocked, you're fucked. But if it doesn't get blocked, then
that is
blocked, you can
not
still parry.
good enough for it to be S tier.
Absolutely not. I never said I want this move in S tier. I wanted this push down to A. Like absolutely.
Fine.
I want both of these in A.
Fine. Every single one is.
It's a high.
Everyone
It's
is.
a high.
It's a high A tier.
I'm not
Everyone-
saying I don't use it.
Everyone
I
is
use it
stupid
all the
except
time,
me.
But it's
Exactly.
it's
Probably.
against my better judgment.
Maybe
It's a
Theo.
toxic move.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
No, put it down. Down.
But the
That's
fact that
kinda
it's
smart.
unsafe
More.
makes it perfect bait
More still?
for.
That's
Yeah, exactly. It makes it's a perfect bait move. This is the move
Wait,
you
hold
just
on,
frame
hold on,
from
like
people with.
Ultrazoop.
Yes,
and the
I
opponent
do.
will always try to
yes,
punish it. And
I do bait people with it. It is toxic.
Okay, so
move.
hold on a second because I think Zoop keeps trying to gaslight me into lowering this move. So is this fine or even lower?
That can be fine. We
Okay,
can keep
okay,
it there.
okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Okay, thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah. Can we move the other version of it to A as well, but at the very bottom?
You both in A tier?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Wait.
I don't know.
High B tier, maybe.
Put it in high B.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
5B is better.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well,
yeah.
actually, I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
The
fair.
next move coming up is the most disappointing move.
I was going to say the same thing.
Anyone that says a good enter, that's cope. Like,
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
a huge
It's
cope.
so many times
cope.
I've tried to use it as an anti-air because like the hitbox, if you look at that on paper, it would seem like a good anti-air, but it almost never works properly.
it trades.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly. Maybe it's the frame data. Maybe it's not active for enough frames or something. It just
Yeah, it's active very short.
it's just not. It's just
yeah,
not a
it's
good
just
anti-air. I don't think it's
so-
a D tier. I would say C tier probably.
Yeah.
So this
Maybe-
is
maybe like
actually okay, guys. First of all, this is Chaka's best. This is primarily used in the corner. If you want to use it as an entire, this is for tech chases. This is the move you want to use whenever tech chase someone. They tech chase and they tagged in midair into corner. This will beat pretty much everything. This is like
You
the
do need it
hitbox
for the,
is pretty
the-
much.
Cope meters ticking up.
It is.
You need it for the UB reset follow up.
There's another move
True.
that's way better, which is 5C. 5C and dash 5C are godlike for tech chase.
Like the
Yeah, but in different situations. This is basically the one move that actually has the best hitbox for doing tech chases when
I would consider
the
moving...
opponent is like.
Go on. Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, you wanna use this primarily only in the corner. And this is like Chaka's best tool for doing this because it has the highest reaching hitbox. It pretty much won't trade with auto stuff other of his moves trade with. So for example, I don't know if you wanna like do 2-3-6 as in the same situation or even S5B. Those moves will get knocked out by certain normals. This will
I think in the corner, the best tech chase is still gonna be like forcing him to block a JC and then doing
I would-
5A, 2-3-6S.
I honestly
I mean,
would
yeah.
rather, like during a tech chase situation, I would actually rather have them
I'm just jumping at them with JC.
have them block a 2-3-6S than hit them with this move. I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I suppose so.
I
My
was thinking like
counterpoint is
maybe like
that-
we could maybe give it like some kind of like honorable mention or like preferential treatment because this is one of the moves that allows his most damaging follow-ups and or chains. which might be
It does
relevant.
damage.
So
It does damage.
that's something like, for instance, if you
I would say top C, but no higher than C.
No, yeah. I was thinking
Sure.
like this. I was just using that as an argument to bring it to top C. I was not going to put it on B tier, but even like relatively small things, like if you stand Christ with the second Rekka and you're in the corner, you can follow up with the 6A chain for the most damage. It's cool. Or for the resets, this is the follow-up you do after the 236S stand Christ.
Yeah.
And stand on JC.
This is a movie that you really just throw out very rarely, but like
it's good in combos,
it's
but
not,
yeah.
It's disappointing, as you guys said. It's disappointing.
Yeah,
It is
I'm happy
disappointing.
with
You
it.
see it for
Okay,
the first time, it's like, holy fuck, this is it.
Do we need to argue this one?
I don't think so.
My
Okay.
favorite move.
So this is the uncheckable.
Okay,
Wait, is that the follow-up or is that the normal?
No, okay. This is like raw
XP.
6B, but
Okay, you know what you use that for? When the opponent is a magic pixel, you do a custom combo and then you do that move to get like an instant overhead.
Actually,
To do an instant overhead. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only
Also,
move.
you can do.
It's minus on hit. It doesn't combo into anything.
No, it does. Yes, it does.
it,
Does it, does it?
you can
Yes, it does.
you can
It
come
does,
into like
you-
CC for
You
instance.
do it into CC.
But like you're not going to do that.
You're not doing that.
But you can.
can.
Yeah, you can. It is a possibility.
I did manage
I don't
to
think-
actually
I think
kill some good
at the
player
very
with this
least-
move.
Honestly, just for that, I want to put it at like top of D tier.
No.
Put it
Hell no.
above.
No.
No, fuck no. Put it above.
Put it at the bottom. No, no,
2B.
the
Yeah,
bottom.
that-
No, above 2B. Fuck
Yeah.
2B.
Above 2B?
2B
Yeah,
is-
fuck to be. Fuck
2B,
Fuck
2B
2B,
is
yeah.
shit and not funny and not even fun to think about. The overhead though, I like thinking about.
Okay, yeah, I
even
mean,
though it
that is
terrible.
true. Just put the name of the move. Just put the name of the move there. Yeah, put like
Oh, wait,
2B
hold on.
in that tier.
Okay, to be.
No, we might put something else in that tier.
Why is he not
As
letting me? Oh, it's because of the color. What color? That
It's
Purple
gray
there.
B. And why is it not letting me? Why is it not? Ah, there we go. There. Okay, there we go.
So
Right.
you gotta change the
If you're
Your automatic
left
fans are in shambles.
You gotta change the
Oh,
F, so
true.
it
Oh,
says D.
true. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I thought I was thinking. Why is it not
No,
saying it?
actually,
It's because I
I
took
don't
the other
like.
one.
I actually would like to keep D
Keep it at F.
consolidated because I think there is a move that is just as bad as 2B. Which
Is it?
is DP.
No, what? No,
No,
don't
it's-
speak such
I
things about
disagree
DP.
completely.
Aerodol, tell him how
No,
many
no,
times I
no,
DP'd
no.
you last game.
Okay, so I don't want to expose myself, but DP is one of the best ways you have to continue text stage. Like if you make them block a JC or something, and you
Okay,
catch
you
their
know when
landing
you're
with
gonna
standard
you're gonna
5D
use
and
DP
DP.
when the opponent texts low. That's the only reason you're
No,
gonna use DP.
No, you use it if you force them to block a JC and you land first and you hit them with like either like 5A, 236S or anything cancelable into DP, you get like a very easy and free like
I
air
guess, but again,
juggle.
it's like a combo tool. so
I'm,
it's not that-
I'm
it's
very
not that-
biased because Deka keeps kicking my ass with that exact sequence. So I think it's better than it really is.
I
yeah.
love the DP. It's one of my favorite moves on Chaka. It's
What?
bad,
I hate
but
it.
it's one of my favorite
Okay,
moves.
let-
It's
let-
so
Good,
it's
good.
so flat.
Okay,
I feel like, I
let's
feel like
wait.
such an asshole when I use it.
Let's rate DP right now. Okay, so this is DP hitbox, different hitbox actually from like the launchers.
Put in,
Yeah,
Different
yeah,
hitbox?
yeah.
either put in like a either like bottom C or like top D. I'd say.
Bottom C.
I don't think it's a
Bottom
D.
C.
I would say
Yeah.
top C. I would say top
Oh.
C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Top C.
No,
Top-C.
well,
I don't really have any strong opinions against DP. I can see it being top. I can
Middle
see it
C.
definitely being better than standard
I
6A
hate
for
it.
sure.
I think DP is above stand on 6A in terms of how disappointing it is, but it is a disappointing ass thing because you see this huge dude. The fucking hitbox is so huge, dude. I'm gonna use this in the game,
So that is
and then you
true.
use it, and it's like,
That is true if you try to enter raw, and you basically will almost never enter because it has like what 2 active frames, I think, or 1.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think it's 2. But...
No, it has more. It has more active frames, but yeah, I mean, it has uses. It has arguably more uses than any of the other moves in C tier. And that is
I can
basically as a combo ender, because okay, let's say you accidentally done a funny chain on the stand-on character. Oh no, he's gonna punish me. Oh wait, I have a DP. I'm gonna do the DP. It launches him. I'm safe. Pretty much.
That was not going to be the argument I wanted to make, but that's good enough. I can see it in C tier.
It has uses. It does
Okay.
solid damage too. It actually does high damage.
The
So-
thing that propelled
Yeah.
Chaka.
Honestly, just
the
because
S
of that, it should just be like an honorable S tier, because without this, Chaka would not be A tier. He would still have been
Yeah.
stuck in B tier, but S tier is way too much. But this is a great move. As obviously it enables the resets, but it's also surprisingly good to set up Oki as well. Like it gives a lot of
Yeah.
frame
Get it out
advantage.
by accident either, so you
So-
only ever use it for the thing it's supposed to be for.
So I'm just not
I
sure
actually don't even.
where.
I actually don't even like including this, to be honest, because
It is a
like
special.
it is like
Special.
S tier in terms of its like usefulness, but
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
it
see,
it is only ever used in situations where it is good.
Yes.
So I don't even
Mm.
like ranking it.
that is true. Maybe we can keep like this, but that would be the case for basically
Just put it
all
on ranked
special.
Fuck Rekas. We're never
unranked category.
Okay, yeah, we can make like a new category, which is just like, I don't know, like unranked or like combo filler. No, not filler. This is not filler, but like, okay, we can make, I don't know, like an unranked for now.
It's just we
yeah.
can't give an opinion on it because it's
Fuck,
too technical.
I'm so stupid.
My Discord crashed.
No, it didn't.
Uncranked.
Okay,
Uncrank.
yeah, I'm gonna put it. Okay, there we go.
Wait,
so,
what happened?
So here goes the launcher.
Mhm.
I think at the end we can still like order these around,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
obviously, like, see
Hold on, give me a
Rekka
second.
enter,
Wait,
it
Pablo,
would
are
be
you
the
good,
same
Pablo?
rank if it didn't have the weird quirk where you have to get 9 hits on it for it to.
Hold on. Wait, this is. Hold on. I think is Pablo dying or something?
Yeah, because I can enter the call, but it shows that I'm the only one in the call, and I can't see the stream. Let me like restart this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I'm not sure. I think. Yeah, but like the moves that are like just used in combos, I do agree that they are
There we
tricky to
go.
rank.
You really cannot use this move outside of combos. I mean, you
Yeah.
technically could, but why?
You bait
Yeah.
them and then you do like a completely unscaled launcher and check out.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to have done the entire string before this movie
Yeah.
comes out, which is why it's hard to rank it. I would still put it as for S because of its properties, basically. This is one of the moves that you do not really look at the hitbox. This is a move that you only use if the other moves hit,
I just
because
think that
otherwise you die. But
the
this is
issue I have
Chaka's
with
most rewarding tool.
true.
by far.
That's very true. I just think that the ranking, like actually ranking this, would mean that we rank, say, like the Rekas too, and at least like the first two, probably the first three, like the first two, and then the C ender should probably also be in S tier because they are what enables all of your combos pretty much.
I mean, yeah,
but
pretty much.
They're not
So-
that good in that. They're not actually that good. It would be weird. If
Yeah, that's my issue. It's that it's obviously without the Rekas, you have no meterless, even meter, because they're also used in the CC. So you need them, but it's very awkward to rank them. I guess we can
Yeah.
put the specials here. Anyway, this is JB. It's sound JB.
JB.
I think
Probably.
hold on. I think this is actually a good move. Not very good, but pretty good move. Specifically on the Anubis matchups, and you get your stand-on JC counter, and you have a
This
jump in.
move has
Why
a
would you
bizarre
use
amount-
that over regular JC?
This move has a bizarre amount
I'm
of
talking
hits
about
done
if your stand-on JC gets countered. So
Just use stand up.
Potato,
JC.
do you
It
Yeah,
does
know-
the same.
but this is still
you-
like a good jump, good east jump. This is not a bad
I
jumping.
don't know, bro.
Just use stand off.
I'm gonna
JB,
start
use the other
when
S
everyone
move.
else starts talking.
Do you know how many
Yeah.
frames of hit stun this has? Because whenever I use it, it seems to have as much as JC.
Yeah,
even though
it's
like
a
this
good
wimpy ass move.
it's a good jumping. Like it's just completely overshadowed by stand-on JC. But if stand-on JC did not exist, we'd be using this. This is not a bad move. It's worse.
Uh,
I don't
I think it's
bad.
high B.
I would say B tier as well. Yeah, and Potato wanted to say something as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I primarily use this as air-to-air in stand-on when I
Oh,
like
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, it's
just see
it's a better
someone
air-to-air.
is doing. It's a move that I use very rarely. It has its uses, that's for sure. It's not
I
a
would-
horrible move,
I would
but
not
then
hold
it
it
gets
up today, though.
outclassed by stand-on JCE so much.
Yeah.
I'll still put it in B because it's a jumping. It's not a bad move. It could be
Yeah.
better, but it's not bad.
So are we thinking higher or lower than 5A? Higher maybe?
Lower.
Lower. It could be lower.
Yeah, fair enough.
I land 5A a lot more than I land jump in this B.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm just
I don't
wondering
even-
about the placement, like the order here.
Like below, I think it's his second best move.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah, second best one.
actually,
I flip flop
what
on
is
this
what
one.
is his best move? Is it 236S?
Oh, I would say,
Standoff
I would say
JC?
JC is his best move.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
best move because I
'Cause
think it does so much for you. Like it's a good air to air. It can be an sort of an anti-air. Like if you do it rising, it can be a poke, it can be a
I'd like
confirm.
for 236S to go up one.
It could go up one. I actually do think it's better.
I
than
want to
JB.
rank SJC that high. The problem is every time I look at that move, I think about how many times I've missed with it versus Ice, Alessi. Like,
Oh,
they have a bunch of characters with a weird air
Hurtbox?
hurt boxes.
Yeah.
This move just whiffs completely.
Yeah,
True.
and
The animation has betrayed me so many times.
yeah, it's very.
I
as
wanna
an
rank
air
it
to air,
lower out of
It's very,
spite, but it's
awkward, out of spite.
I'm pretty sure I lost in the tournament because of 236S.
Oh yeah, do I hear 2B tier?
Nah.
No, I
And
think
this is honestly fine. Like all of these moves in S tier are pretty much like
yeah.
pretty close to each other in terms of
I
usefulness.
still think JB is definitely the worst out of the four, but I think you people like it way more than I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think JC is at the top. I don't think there's much
Yeah.
question. Okay, so
this next
these
move is
these
second
are
record.
these were the Rekkas. Now, do we put all of them in unranked as well and just talk about them?
You're not gonna do the first one raw ever for any reason. So I wouldn't like properly classify them.
I was thinking
I
if
think you
there's
can
any
do
like
some-
cringe situation.
Isn't there some application for it in like funny combo video custom combos? The first hit and nothing else. Like
No.
you do first hit 5C first hit 5C first hit. Or
No,
something.
that's with 236S
Yeah.
that you do the loops. If
If
that's
you're
what
playing
thinking about.
JoJo's Venture, this move can loop into itself in custom
Oh,
combo forever.
if only we're playing the worst version of the game.
Yeah.
I
The
think
thing
we
is
can
too
put
that the
all of
Chaka
them.
in JoJo's Venture, I don't know what's wrong with him, but like custom combos don't work half the time.
So the Rekka
Different from Geta.
enders, the A and B enders, you never use them. Just
Yeah,
I
you
don't
never use.
think-
They're way too predictable.
I don't want to
I
say
would put those
never.
in D.
Like
yeah.
they
I
have
like using
worked.
them. I like using
I
them.
like using them a lot. It's like one of my
Me too.
most
I like
guilty
using
pleasures.
Oh,
A ender
yeah.
a lot for
I
I never
stand
use
crash.
them. I love using them.
A ender is a great knowledge check when you're fighting an active stand character because it still does stand damage on block. So you see it,
True, and the stand
and
crash
you have
setup.
like no stand health, and you're like, this is a very easily blocked move, and you're an idiot.
Actually,
And then you
But
block
you
it,
just do
and then there's
2
stand
hits of
crash.
Rekka and then do a move and get the same effect.
Okay, what is
Guys.
yes.
guys, I'll blow your minds.
Oh god.
These
Okay.
moves have Rekkas. All Rekkas have applications, but in custom combo.
Interesting.
Okay.
Hey,
Agreed,
Rekka.
actually, yes.
And you never use them by
Erika
themselves.
leads into
5A.
6A?
Yeah,
or is it 5A?
It's 5A. It leads-
You
it
actually
leads into
get an
5A.
excellent tick grab out of a Rekka in custom combo.
That
If
is
you
true.
custom
I
combo-
like
I do-
using
I
that
do
a
that-
lot. Yeah.
I do that all the fucking time.
Yeah, I love
do
that.
hit grab out of custom. It seems like the most obvious thing in the world to me, but people I
People
don't think
fall
it's
for
like
it.
ever not worked. Like
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
it always
Like,
works.
there was only
Mhm.
one time where it didn't work for me. It was against someone, and I would only do that CC, and at some point he learned and he started mashing or something. Like that was the only time that I've actually get it, like have it not work. I think it's super. It's so stupid, but it works.
Yeah, if someone is not very good at and you actually just like accidentally went into custom combo, if you just go into Rekka, chances are that your funny hurt boxes will allow you to evade the guard cancel
that's a
with
really-
a Rekka.
That's a
Though
really
that
cool
happens
one.
so rarely, but it's funny.
Never happened, but yeah.
I
Giga
think
brain.
on block, if you do Rekka, it's actually also a good mix-up. If if people don't enjoy doing guard cancels or for whatever reason it did not come out for them, you still get a funny mix-up. The problem with B Rekka in custom combo is that it does kill you. Like it will combo out of the Rekka,
But it will combo
but it's
afterwards.
F on hit or block.
Yeah.
This is only useful if you're actually going for a kill.
There is one thing that it's what Zoop said that I completely agree. Against, take like medium gauges, if you go for, like against small gauges, if you do stand on JC and 5A, 5B, 5C, Rekka, that second Rekka stand crashes. Against medium gauges, it doesn't, but it leaves them at the right amount of stand health for their A Rekka to stand crash them if they block. So,
oh
and
yeah!
I think that's
right,
really
I
funny.
remember that
I think that's really funny. It doesn't. It may work like once per set probably because then they learn. But if they learn that, you can still jump and do stand on JC, and because they might try to jump, and if they jump, they still get crushed even if they block by stand on JC. So I think this just allows a very funny mix-up. It may work only once, but that might be all you need to win a tournament. Maybe you win the set or whatever. Maybe you win an important game.
I do like using overhead Rekka. I actually use it as a meaty from time to time. If for some reason I got a hard knockdown with the sweep, and I just canceled.
Yes, I do that all the fucking time.
Yeah,
I hate that.
I'll usually just go for the overhead as a meaty.
I hate it. I think
it's not even good.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But
I hate it.
It is fun, and it's really fun when you hit it, and then it's like you get a full combo out of it. It's wow.
I think it's
that's a trailer thing.
Yeah, I think it's just
hitting the overhead. That's trailer.
honestly,
I will say Rekka. I think it's safe on block, isn't it?
Unless, no, it is like on if you hit or if you hit as in if you make contact with the opponent, it's super safe. It's either plus 10 billion on hit or it's safe on block. And honestly, I've actually had this hit, not a lot obviously, but still like good players can still fall for the retarded overhead mix-up after the Rekka. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen. I just really hate using them for Oki because it's like how active is it? Like almost none at all, like 3 frames or something like that. Like if it was more active, maybe I would think like it's a okay-ish Oki, not complete
overhead
garbage.
is very active.
Really?
But
it never feels like it.
In Rekkas, it's very active.
Oh,
it's very easy to meet with that.
Oh, okay.
The sweep is actually has very few active frames.
Okay.
So this next move is the only reason I'm here, and I will keep you here for an entire hour.
Okay, let's go. Do you want me to do this and then you explain?
As low A move.
Okay.
I looked away and I saw counter in S here, and I was about to have a very small.
I wish it were an S tier move, but
I would say.
Okay, hold on. I want to let
counter.
I want to let Deka speak on this one because I think he's the most passionate out of everyone here.
Let me just say this. It was
go ahead.
Black Polnarv's counter, which has 1 million active frames. These will easily PS. But yeah, go on.
No, I think Chaka's counter would be better if it worked in standoff as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That would be a huge buff
into it.
And I also agree with one of your main arguments that you tend to say, which is if the standard format was a best of 5, it would be way better.
Yeah.
There is this thing, the completely trailer sequence you do as Chaka, which is two Rekkas into counter. And I love that shit so much when it hits. That is deeply trailer. I would see that in trailer.
My trick with the reason I place counter higher than other moves is it gets you out of it completely wrecks certain matchups. It is your win condition against stuff like Rubber Soul or freaking
I can agree with that.
Shadow Dia.
But
Dio-
the
Dio's
main
a
use for
sad,
this
sad
move,
man.
the main use, the thing I get the most mileage out of this move is when I'm dealing with cross-ups. Normally,
Oh,
stuff like
yeah.
SDO cross-ups will do like either the fake cross-up or the real cross-ups. Midler's jumping B, because you know that crosses up out of the blue. Alessi's jumping B, which
Yeah.
crosses you up even if he's on the same side of you as you. Like those moves, normally you would have to block the cross-up and you have to guess. But if you do counter instead, you don't have to guess. It not only do you not have to guess, but now you can counter that move for free for the rest of the game. So it's like this move makes those matchups a lot more bearable, and that's why I place it that high.
There is another thing I really like about counter, and it's on the most problematic matchups when they are playable, except maybe like Pet Shop or whatever, but they are playable, but sometimes they are so uphill that if you go for the counter and you whiff and you die because of it, chances are you probably were lost anyway. Whereas if you land and you counter an important move, it makes the matchup maybe even winnable. I think it's a huge.
I
It can
think
be a
there are
huge
some
swing, though.
matchups that are swayed dramatically. I think Chaka gets like 2 points in a matchup if he counters Dio's 2A. Like it goes to like a 7-3. Like it's so hard for Dio.
Or like
after that.
Shadow Dio as well. And
Yeah.
for me, like personal bias, I hate the Shadow Dio matchup.
I hate it too, yeah.
I also fucking hate Shadow Dio. Fuck that
Yeah,
bitch ass brain dead.
I actually hate
the most
player.
brain character in the game for what he gets.
I
Like
hate that
reward.
motherfucker. Every time I talk to fucking bitch ass Ted Cruz, he's always doing some downplay shit. He's not really good. He's all bad bloody dead brain dead. You got really contact with him. No, you don't. He's a dumbass character for dumb motherfuckers.
And
The ratio of like risk, like knowledge you need to know, like skill to like what you get. Shadow Dio has like is the dumbest by far.
yeah, you know.
Anyway,
I've
after
got
this
really
round,
good air game. I've got really good. Me brain thinks really good when I'm in the air. Really,
his
Ted, what do you
collision
do?
box makes his collision box makes no sense.
Yeah, that's
one of the
that's
things.
completely
What do you do
brain
when you're in
dead.
the air, Ted? I do bloody JC into JS. Really? And then what? Oh
Yep.
God! I'll
Well,
do
sometimes
Asian
you do
overhead.
JB.
Rawr,
Yeah,
nice,
that-
Ted. Idiot.
And then my last gripe with the counter
Okay.
is why it is prone to various problems. For example, there's that glitch where if you've already launched the opponent and then
Oh,
it will
launch
not
retention?
launch if you do this, it doesn't launch them again.
Yeah,
so
the
they
launch
just-
retention can
Oh,
be
yeah.
really
It's
fucky
like
with
the year-
counter.
Oh, I hate that fucking glitch.
And then
Yeah,
there's it doesn't stand crash. So sometimes if there's stand on and you do this move, they just get a free punish because they weren't stand on.
especially if
Yeah.
you're already on low stun health. So even if you block, you get crushed anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But
it's a
otherwise,
tragedy
yeah,
it doesn't
my
stand
favorite
crash. But yeah. Okay,
Okay,
now
here's the actual good counter.
okay,
Yes,
Nyeong.
Put that.
Ow.
fool there.
Probably
Put that-
definitely
put that
above
fool-
JB
I-
by forward. Honestly, I want to say this is like the second best move.
This move is
Second best guard
Ridiculous.
cancel in the game. Absolutely.
Ah,
This is the move that makes Chaka S tier in Japan.
True.
it's interesting to me because from personal experience against using it against many skilled players, I would never put it in last year. Even though I know it's
I
great.
love the fucking
I-
dark cancel.
I do want
would
to
put
put
it
it.
as-
I think it's definitely an S tier. For like in the context of Chaka, I think it's 100% S
I
tier.
love his guard cancel, and I will do it a million times. And I want to do a guard cancel guide, but I don't because I'm lazy.
It's fine.
But I do want to do it.
Yeah, we have like we have like the pseudo. We have a guard cancel buffer guide. We have my videos. You can just put
No,
those
but
together.
not comment in like a guide on like the properties of it and how to do it and comparison between standoff and standoff.
No, true.
All
That
all
would be
that
cool.
stuff.
I would watch that. But
Be
yeah,
cool, yeah.
I think like this is the one like the biggest thing that like this completely changes approaches. Like if you can guard cancel properly, the opponent. This is like very utopic talk,
Yeah.
but in a perfect world, if the opponent jabs incorrectly, they get hit by like, I don't know, like 40% or something. It's like very, very wishful thinking, but the point still stands. The fact that you can get a full combo and easy conversions too, and if you catch them in stand-on, you get anything. You get easy resets from these as well. That's super good. It's S tier, absolutely, for me.
It would be an even better move if it didn't whiff.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that like dead zone
That's
below
one
this.
of my problems.
Yeah.
Rubber Soul's guard cancel that's the only reason that Rubbers is better than Chaka's is because
It hits every time.
My only problem, there are two problems. One, this one can whiff. Second problem, it's actually not the fastest guard cancel in the game.
It's not, yeah.
It's not the fastest.
That's my main problem. It's actually kinda slow. And I've just had so many moments where people will just react to this with a super and just beat it outright, and I'll just get punished for this.
That is definitely unfortunate, but
to the point where I even think that his actually the stand-on also gets pretty much the same treatment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just very unlucky with this card.
I just think like,
no, absolutely.
If it so obviously the big thing is that you can combo out of it. If you couldn't, it would be like a very painfully average guard cancel. Which is why I do want to put this in C tier, probably. Either C, it's a functionable guard cancel. Like it can get people off of you. I think that's like C tier, maybe a little bit high C tier, but I don't think it's.
It has its uses because that
if it
trades more because like the stand-off guard cancel loses to some stuff, but the stand-on one trades and it has enough hit stun that you can combo after.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not. I don't think I've ever comboed off a stand-on guard cancel. I know.
I have.
Yeah. Skill issue. I know you can. I just never think
I have
about
it
it.
on tournament footage. I did. Yeah.
So what? Do you want to?
Like... It's fine.
Do you want to put it in
when
B tier?
doing like 2A, like quick normals like that, I prefer to do the stand-on guard cancel because I know it has more chances to trade rather than just whiff. So, and it can lead to a combo. So it has its uses.
It can lead to
but then you get 623C is the or you get 623 if you whiff.
I just don't know how comfortable I am using. You can get a combo out of it as an argument. It's so fringe. I feel
it's
like
a trade. I would not consider it. I would not consider it at all. Because I assume there are probably just situations where you can get like a consistent trade, but those are not very common. As like when it comes to like generally guard cancels, this is like one of the most average.
Yeah, it's a guard cancel.
It loses to some stuff.
So what do we think about the placement then? I don't want to put it in B tier.
It's average. It's good.
Just leave it there.
It serves its purpose. I think it's fine. C.
I would at least above.
I think this move is
5C.
just fine.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely above 5C at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and next we have the supers. I mean, I don't
C.
probably.
The trailer super.
I feel like Deka wants to put this in C tier.
Oh wait, no.
You
Oh,
can't
this
put
is
it at
the
all.
super. I thought this was a roll.
Oh,
Actually,
we could have run the roll, I guess.
Let me tell you something.
I love doing swag ass fucking swag shit tech chases with this thing, and when it works,
it's
I feel
unblockable.
awesome.
Yeah,
I like doing like a custom combo.
The
And then
launcher.
you fuck up. You fuck up, but then you like get them with the launcher, and then you can do that, and it looks cool.
It looks cool. It does like 10
does look
damage, but it
fucking
looks cool.
awesome, so I don't know, but it looks fun.
I think it's like S tier as far as coolness. I think it's super
Yeah,
cool
it's
looking.
S tier in aesthetics, but
But-
like I put it low.
Yeah,
Actual
I'm low
usefulness
B
is
tier.
pretty low.
Yeah,
I'm
but
fine with it
it
being
looks
in C.
really cool. Now I don't want to put this in S tier though.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
It's one of the best game.
One of the best supers in the game.
This is better than JB.
It's a godly whiff punish.
I think that's a fine place for it.
Yeah,
It's a godly whiff punish. That's
yeah,
the thing.
one of the best
fast.
with punishes. Like it's such a good move. It's not air unblockable, but it's such a good anti-air to catch button presses as well. It's super
Yeah.
good.
My only
It's just
complaint
a
with it
move. You
is-
have godlike reactions. You just do this and
I know.
kill the
My
opponent.
complaint with it is, why the hell does it whiff versus Dio's knives? It goes right through and hits nothing.
It's because
Because
it's because of the
it
collision.
hits
The
the
knives,
knives.
yeah, the knives have. It's not that it goes right through the knives. The knives have collision boxes, so you collide and you like.
Why?
I don't know. It's very
No,
stupid, but
thing is, it does the same
collision
thing
box, they have
versus-
hurt boxes. You hit the
oh,
knives and
oh,
they
hurt,
loses
oh,
the active
This
property.
this move has a property where it just trades with projectiles. It will trade with a projectile to actually lose its hitbox. This is not just in the
oh, I
Yeah.
I
and
always
it
thought
does
it
it
was
versus
the.
rubber. It does it versus
Bro, the thing with
other
Rubber
characters.
is that like, he can just roll after his projectile super.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking
The
like
236
the
S?
regular projectiles.
it'll whiff versus 214S.
Yeah.
214.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh,
actually,
yeah,
now you
the
mention
grab,
it.
yeah.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
I hate
weird.
that. I hate it so much.
Yeah, the Rubber matchup is pretty tough. Because
But at least the rubber matchup is one of the most common occurrences of the glitch, where you just trade the first hit and the opponent is stuck in like 100 frames of hitstun. Actually, it's more. It's like a couple seconds of hitstun, I think.
It should be noted that this move has a chance to just randomly like drop in the middle of it against
Oh,
I think both
it has
Cax
happened.
and Rubber Soul.
Why does it?
I hate
Is that just
that
random,
happens.
or is there an explanation? So it has happened. It's because of like hurtbox, because they're skinny or something, or.
It's so weird. I honestly don't know why it
Jim.
happens.
Like the super is amazing, and it would be even better if it didn't have weird interactions with some of the jankier members of the cast.
Yeah.
We're still forgetting the most important application, the 50-50 cross-up Ponky.
Yeah.
I did that once, for real. In a
I
real
know,
game.
I remember. I think like, and you're the one that put the clips in the wiki. I remember. That's so funny that it's a thing.
Jeez. Yeah.
And well, and lastly we have this move.
Awful. I will not in D.
I want to put it in D. I really want it. Like you can confirm
so-
it's like you can combo into it, like you can guarantee that it hits, but like 2 meter, you lose it after a single. Like the mechanic is super broken. It's the downsides that are really, really steep.
This is the super that you do. If you want
to get hit once, you lose it.
Yeah, I know. This is a meme move. This is an absolute meme move. It does no damage.
meme.
It's
I
like
like-
it's a
It's
gimmick.
fine.
I like doing
super.
this to. I do this to BM. I like doing it in custom combos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I love when the guy crosses me up. I do the super, and then this comes out, and I lose.
Actually,
Yes.
actually, just because you reminded me of that, put that. I almost want to put this
Yeah.
in 2B
You know,
here
yeah,
because
yeah.
I
Honestly,
that's interaction
Because of the
is
cross-up.
most
That is
the
true. That's
most
so stupid.
infuriating
Yeah.
thing in the game.
Like you
Oh,
die.
my God.
You lose 2 bars, and
Yeah,
you're
and
minus
you
1
die.
million.
The worst thing is that there will be situations like you do the exact same thing, you do the same input. If you have 1 bar, you get the good super. If you have 2, you get the shit one that sucks ass.
Yep.
What's like the opposite of an option select? An option unselect when you give it the wrong option.
An option tribal.
Option D select.
Yeah, this is pretty much a meme super. Like, I love this move, but it's bad. It's
I want.
horrible.
I will put it above
but
above
it's-
2B
it's-
though, because it's
It's
minimal one.
it's interaction, like the cross-up interaction, that makes it so bad.
Yeah,
Because you will lose
Yeah, I
2
agree.
bars on a character that already struggles building meter.
that is true.
You will lose 2 bars, and you're minus 1 million.
And you die. Yeah. Yeah, you lose the round and you start the next one crippled as well. Love to see it.
It's weird because at this point, I don't think anyone managed to punish me for doing this. Like, people just block it, but they don't punish it. I
you-
just get a free grab out of it. It's
Okay,
so
there
weird
are
because
actually
it's mine.
actually
They're
hold
so
on.
dumbfounded. That's in like, oh wow, he actually did this.
There is one more
I've never
application.
seen it before.
There is one more application that this has. You can actually use this for unblockable resets as well. It's very niche, but
Oh my
depending on the situation, you can I think it was, imagine Ice is doing ball, stand on ball or whatever.
Yeah.
You can actually get them high enough so that not only you recover faster than them, but you can still like meet either landing or something. Like I don't think that changes the placement. It just fun fact, you can use it as unblockable reset fodder. If you want to be really, really disrespectful, that's cool. But yeah, I think I'm happy with the tier list. I do need to add the names of the dicing and like a 3 billion 2As or whatever. Do we want to
So
move
what do we do with the uncranked moves?
Yeah, we can talk about them, just not rank them. We already talked about the launcher. Obviously, Rekka 1 and Rekka 2 are the one thing that lets you have meterless combos. There is one thing about Rekka 1, frame data-wise, this is way, well, I'm not sure if way more punishable, but more punishable than the second one. It just, since it's so hard at times to react to the first one before you already cancel, I think it's in practice easier to punish the second one than the first if they don't cancel into counter or whatever. Like even if you know you can punish the first Rekka, I'm not going to say it's safe. Like if you just do Rekka and don't cancel, you die. But if the opponent allows you to cancel into second Rekka and then maybe do the trailer parry counter, not super bad. Obviously they just like shine in combos and nowhere else. But still cool. I don't, unless anyone wants to say something. I don't think there's much to say about the Rekkas, the first two at least.
Cut 12 for AA in last year.
That will not be happening.
Not on my watch. Sea launcher.
No, but it is one of those moves where the developers were like, this will be like funny as fuck. We'll put it.
I mean, they added this inherited. This was not in Venture.
I think this is definitely
and they even made like a custom graphic for the learned all at the bottom.
They definitely thought this was way too strong because they gave it way too many downsides. And I agree. It has to have some. If it had no downside, it would be one of the best supers in the game. Like if it was still comboable and you did not lose it, even if it cost 2 meter, honestly, if you didn't lose it, I think it would be an S tier super. Like imagine like having every single move learned, forever. That's crazy. Like I can understand.
That's like a meme. That's the thing. Like they wouldn't be able to touch you. They won't be able to block anything. You can just punish with whatever you want.
To be honest, I say this as if it's super unbalanced, but like the S tiers exist and they get away with worse things. So maybe it wouldn't be that absurd. But yeah. Tragic.
Well, you only get to keep it for like what you have to build up 3 meters just to use it. So by the time you've actually used it, the round is over.
The round, but maybe you.
It's very win more.
Honestly, if the condition was you have to lose the first round, I think I would still use it. I don't think how you lose if you have every single move learned forever. So if the trade-off is... Oh yeah, hold on, go on.
The one thing I love about this one is that if you actually land it, the opponent, like, they'll just run away.
Oh
They're gonna be scared.
Yeah, they malfunction. Yeah, completely.
They malfunction so bad. That's why I love this move. It has such meme potential.
It's a very strong mind game super.
It really is. The 1000 IQ move.
So, okay, what? Oh yeah, the sea launcher. I really like the sea launcher. I just think it's so stupid that it's not always a hard knockdown. Like the fact that you actually need to do 9 hits if they know the punish. Because it's super, if you do like the most basic confirm stand on JC into 5A, B, C, and Rekkas, and you're playing against anyone that's not rubber, I think, and they know the punish, it's a super easy punish.
And you not only do they do damage, but you also lose the thing you worked so hard for.
It's so, I don't know, if this, I would be really happy with this move if it was always a hard knockdown, and I don't think it would even be like super mega strong if it always had a hard knockdown. Very reasonable change to make. I think we need to. I think Arna can definitely make it like always a hard knockdown. I think that's a fair change to make. And then, well, we talk about the A and B Rekkas enough, I think. They were bad, but I love using them. They are by far my biggest guilty pleasure while playing Chaka.
They really are. They're such fun moves.
It's super fun to use them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, do we want to rearrange any moves? I think this is fine as is.
Yeah, that's fine.
That was a fruitful tier list. Thanks everyone for helping. Very fun.